The name of the game for the Pelicans is pace, a very fast pace. When once again we expect to see a lot of that action up and down the floor tonight in their home opener against the Sacramento Kings. For guys like Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday, they're well used to that pace after executing it at such a high level last year. But for others like Julius Randle, though he is capable of playing quickly and being very effective, it may still take a little while for him to get his legs under him.
He worked hard in training camp. And some guys can't play those long stretches. I think he's great, 6, 7, 8 minutes max. And then I think you got to take him out a little bit. But, the way we played him last night, you can see how effective he is, especially against switching defenses and smaller guys. I thought he did a great job of reading the situation and making plays when he had to and then making passes when he had to.
Tonight against the Sacramento Kings starts a 4-game homestand. That's followed by the Clippers on Tuesday, then back-to-back games next weekend against the Nets and the Jazz. Well, speaking to the media today, Sean Payton says Ted Ginn Jr. going to injured reserve is hopefully just temporary, and they expect him to be back in about 8 weeks. In the meantime, though, there is a little bit of a vacancy in that Saints wide receiver room for an explosive playmaker. Enter Traquan Smith, who made a great case for himself 2 Mondays ago against Washington. He caught 2 touchdowns from Breeze, including the record breaker. Says he's ready to give the offense a boost.
With Ted being down, I know I have to step up. There's no ifs and buts about it. So definitely, and the guys looking for me to step up. There have been many of the guys on the team, like, come on, it's your time now.
As for today's injury report, Taylor Stallworth will be out on Sunday, as will left guard Andrus Peat. A few more on the O-line aren't much better. Larry Warford and Jamar Bushrod are both listed as questionable. Moving to college football, the Tigers can't get caught looking ahead to Alabama. Otherwise, they'll have another unfortunate upset on their hands. Mississippi State heads to Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium on Saturday in a top 25 matchup to face an LSU team that's looking for revenge. Last year's game in Starkville got ugly and a 37-7 Bulldogs win. One thing that would help the Tigers avoid the same fate, more success running the football. They proved they could do it at a high level against Georgia, rushing for 275 yards, and they're hoping that same effort sticks around for another week.
It's something that we knew we could have done since fall camp. It was more of having that game and having that time to prove ourselves. We played a couple of SEC teams before, and I'm pretty sure we had decent amounts of yards. Even Nick at the end of the Florida game. I mean, it just showed that we can run the ball.
The top 25 matchup at LSU kicks off at 6. As for the rest of the weekend's schedule, you've got Southern and Texas Southern meeting at 2 p.m. in Baton Rouge at 2:30. Tulane's back at home to face SMU, while ULL visits Appalachian State. Southeastern will be back in Hammond taking on Abilene Christian, and Nichols has the week off. Finally, to the high school football field, where District 10 3A is heating up. 2 of the top dogs, De La Salle and St. James, are both looking to create some separation. Garland Gillen reports on our game of the week.
St. James put the state on notice that they're a contender after its last-second win at Lutcher in Week 2. A huge reason for their success, junior Shamar Smith. The quarterback has accounted for over 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns by ground and air.
I just think he's electrifying. I think that, he's a very skilled athlete. I think that you have to factor him defensively and identify what he can do with the ball. And he's getting better throwing it as well. So I think that it gives him another dimension.
We could do a lot with the offense. We could run, pass, do play action. Everybody think we can run the ball a lot, but we will see Friday.
Last year, St. James lost to De La Salle 63-7, so there's some added motivation when they go against the Cavaliers tonight.
I think that it was 7-0, I think, if I'm not mistaken, going towards the end of the first quarter, and they blocked 4 punts, 3 for touchdowns, and, I think Mother Teresa will start losing her faith at that point. I think that, it was just one of them situations where we had a snowball effect, and they definitely found a gap that we had in our protection, and they exploited it. But, I think that, that was a different team. That was a different year.
They look good on film this year. And we have a different team, and it's a different mindset going in. And, you know, we really feel we're the underdogs this year. Last year we felt we were the better team, went in there and played our best, and they didn't play their best. And this year we have to go in there with a little more of a chip on our shoulder as underdog and find a way to get it done.
In Vacherie, Garland Gillen, Fox 8 Sports.
Thank you very much, Garland. Several other big games tonight as well. Holy Cross takes on John Curtis. St. Paul's at Slidell could go a long way in determining who wins that district on the North Shore. Franklinton takes on undefeated Lakeshore, and Thibodaux pays a visit to St. Aug. For now, that will do it for us here at the Smoothie King Center Live. I'm Chris Hagan. Liz and Shelley will send things back to you.